Welcome to What the F We Do for Intellectual Discussion, what Bobby Brown did for Whitney Houston. Too soon, right? Oh, sorry about that. Anyways, many dream of being here, but only these four get to live out the dream. But enough about the Real Housewives of Big Love. Let's meet our panel. Starting with the far chair, it's Marcom Specialist and member of the comedy troops of Urban Squirrels. It's Teresa Condon. She's so hot, Ryan Gosling thinks about her when he's having sex. By the way, it's the last time I let my teenage niece edit my script. In the middle chair, she's more adorable than Justin Bieber holding a baby panda. It's library worker Jenna Christ. Sorry about that, Jenna. In between them, it's Midget Crusher and that creepy dude that looks at me funny when Uncle Jim isn't around. It's former Starbucks and Pizza barista James Ilk. Seriously, she's only like 12, dude. Anyway.
But she looked 13.
Yeah. Finally, sitting next to me, he's the only man that can show up to my middle school dressed up as Santa Claus without wearing a pillow. It's salesman extraordinaire Scott Berg. Scott, sorry about that. I'll have to talk to her parents after the show. Issue number 1. Does going to meetings result in our intellect taking a beating? If you work as a team, will the average IQ fall below the mean? Research from Virginia Tech University, go Cavaliers, shows that working in a group makes people perform worse on intelligence tests, as some group members are so anxious about doing well that they divert their brain power towards maintaining their social status in the group. Women appear to feel this pressure more than men. The researchers used an MRI scanner to monitor how people's brains responded and found that bad performers tended to show activity in parts of the brain that dealt with emotions and anxiety. I think we have some results of the research footage here. Sorry, we got the wrong footage. I think that was the Nobel Peace Prize Committee deliberations.
I thought that was the last tailgate party I was at.
Really? Oh, you hang around some weird people, James. All right, so let's see here. Teresa, you buying this? Meetings make you stupid?
Yes, I do. I actually attend quite a few meetings at my job. Although I wish more of our meetings would turn out like that, with people dancing around. Okay. True story, I was trying to organize a flash mob at my work. It was my boss's idea. This is true. Okay. And I was supposed to collect a group of people in my office. No one wanted to do it because no one wanted to dance at work and be silly. Anyways, moving on. So, yes, I do believe meetings lower your IQ. After one, I tend to feel kind of numb. And I have to go outside and stare at the sunshine for a while.
Eventually you recover it, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It replenishes itself every night. And then you come back to work in the morning and you're like all jazzed, ready to go. Then you have a meeting around 10 a.m. and the rest of the day is shot.
All right.
Yeah.
Jenna, buy this or not?
Meetings can have sort of a deadening effect on you. Yes.
Your soul.
Your soul. Yes. Yes. It sort of sucks it out and squishes it and kind of disperses it.
Okay. Is this why we don't have meetings before the show?
I thought we did.
I think
that's how you got me in here.
Okay, well, all right. So do you feel dumber at meetings?
Oh, sometimes yes. I mean, it depends on the group of people and the dynamic. I mean, sometimes if, you're with a group of people that are happy and excited and you're talking about something that you're all interested in, there's a synergy that can make you feel more interested and excited and maybe not dumber. But there are the meetings where people get obsessed with little details and bicker and argue and you just have to sit through it and try and push forward. Yes, then you feel much dumber afterwards.
James, what do you think?
Oh, I'm happy about this research, because I'll take any excuse I can get.
Okay. All right. Scott, you usually waive your right to a lawyer when you're meeting with the cops. Is that the reason why?
Well, yeah, one of the reasons. But I think that there's something that's kind of sorely missed is that I think the meetings are very important, so people who are not as bright can keep up and stay up with things. And also, when you have an incessant amount of meetings, I also think it's important because people who normally cannot justify their occupation can then do so by holding those meetings. So those people can have some job safety because they just want to sit and talk about pretty much nothing. So I think it's a good thing.
That's a good point, Scott.
So I think it was rather harsh. I think this was a rather harsh study, but I'm glad they did it. I'm glad money was well spent on having this done.
Well, no,
They probably had a lot of meetings about the research about meetings. Yeah.
well, maybe it just brings everyone closer to the mean. The smart people get dumber, and the dumb people get smarter.
I think the dumb people just get dumber
Do
because
they?
we all get dumber at meetings.
Do we? Okay.
I think that's the point. So
Well, is
we all
there
just-
is there a way that you can make making a meeting more productive versus bad meetings that make everyone stupid?
dancing?
Well, I'm not sure.
Dancing
I
beforehand. I think
believe
would work.
what we're doing here is a meeting.
Are we all getting dumber?
Absolutely.
Slowly,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
slowly but surely.
Good management of a meeting,
Okay.
which I'm not very good at. But just having someone be able to cut people short if they start going off astray,
Really? Oh.
bring people on task,
All right.
bring up new topics, sort of like what you're doing now, except you keep getting interrupted.
That's true. That's true. Now you know why I don't have any meetings for the show. We just kind of do it on the fly, right? Because we're all spontaneous, right? Right. And of course, given the previous show where we talked about being more creative when we're drunk, do you think if we had more alcohol in meetings, they'd go better?
Oh yeah.
Cookies too.
Yeah,
Cookies.
Those
actually,
always
I
make a
think-
meeting go better.
Yes, cookies.
Bring food.
Muffins. Yeah.
Coffee.
Except I think you're being a little bit psychic here. We haven't talked about that yet.
Oh, okay. Well, it could be. Oh, maybe you're right. God, did I just lose track of? Oh, crap. Anyway.
Meetings do make you dumber, okay?
No, it also helps you travel in time. They help you travel in time. But anyway, so let's see here. All right. Let's just go on to the next story because I think I just finished. I think I just killed this one too much. All right. Issue number 2. If you want to break a creative funk, should you just get drunk? And if you're bored, should you just snore? Wired's Jonah Lehrer points out that when our brains focus on a problem, it tends to shine a spotlight on what it considers relevant, ignoring ideas and connections that aren't likely solutions to your problem. However, when you need to think outside the box, your brain does better without that focus because it considers a wider variety of information. Research results show that people with attention deficits were twice as successful at creative problem solving as normal folks. And sleepy or drunk college students were better than their awake and sober counterparts. For more, we turn to our science correspondent, Sven Drunksberg. Sven, your thoughts? Teresa, what did I know your brother wants to get on the show, but you shouldn't be swapping out our web videos here.
I wish I danced as well as he does.
Very
I'm
much.
jealous.
You didn't get the dancing genes from your brother got the dancing genes? No.
Unfortunately, he doesn't like to dance as much, just with alcohol.
Oh, just without.
I love dancing, but I'm bad at it.
Okay. When you say dancing with alcohol, you mean consuming alcohol
Yeah.
or just with the bottles of alcohol?
Oh no, after consuming, and then he likes to carry them around. And
Carry
I like
Yeah.
to dance with the bottle, actually.
You actually dance with the bottle?
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
Okay. 1 bottle or 2 bottles?
2, obviously.
Or sometimes with a keg? Do you dance with a keg?
Only for short periods, unless it's empty.
Unless it's empty? Are we talking like the full-size keg? We're talking the pony keg.
No, I go for the man size.
You go for the man size? All right. So you buy in this theory that being drunk or sleepy enhances your creativity?
This is like deja vu all over again.
I know.
Actually, I think, we may have evidence of that here.
Water.
Sure, mine's not. No.
Wow. Yeah, I better look at the production budget. Vodka's more expensive than donuts. So you're buying this?
Yeah, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Does your job require you to be creative?
And drunk.
Does your job require you to be drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
To be creative.
To be creative. Does your job require you to be creative, though?
Oh, yes, actually, yeah.
So will this be the excuse you use for your boss when you show in plastered on Monday?
I've already been there, done that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's square pegs, round hole kind of creativity thing,
So do you think meetings would go better? I'll go with Jen at this one. Would meetings go better if we were drunk?
It depends on how drunk, though. I mean, if you have a little bit just to grease the wheels and everyone gets a little happy, that's good. But then, you can have a little too much. You could get the belligerent drunk going on. The meetings could devolve into fist fights. I mean, so...
Isn't that creative?
And that's what lowers the IQ.
It's creative, but yeah, then your IQ gets, with the head injuries. So there's got to be a balance.
All right.
A little drunk, not too drunk.
All right, Scott, as a drunkard, are you insulted no one in Hollywood has asked you to write scripts for them and develop shows?
I don't know if I'm insulted, but I think it's probably wise on their part, because if I were to hand them a script I were to write, it would be covered in nothing but drool, spit, and vomit. So
That's when you're sober, right?
yeah, see, I need to drink to, you know,
But you can turn out great stuff when you're drunk, right?
I don't know about great. I mean, you know,
Well,
I wrote that whole Powerpuff Girls thing, and that never took off.
Yeah, it did. That was awesome.
it
That was
did?
awesome.
It
Yeah.
did?
They didn't send you the big royalty checks?
Nah, I think someone stole it from me while I was passed out.
Uh-oh. Well, see, you better talk to your lawyer about that.
Well,
You know,
okay, here's my issue, and I understand that, you know, meetings would go better drinking, and Jenna alluded to this. My problem is that over the course of the meeting, people's speech would tend to, you know, would degrade a little bit. So I think it would all of a sudden become counterproductive. I think you'd do the full circle of life where everything would start great with the wheels greased, and then eventually it turns into people just kind of slobbering and drooling and not being able to enunciate their words properly.
and how would that hurt?
Well, I can understand it, but for the rest of you mere mortals, I know you guys can't wrap your minds around, you know, drunk speak.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just like you think this, I'll tell you, Teresa. Do you think this study was sponsored by bars?
Yes, I don't think bars tend to care too much about your creativity. I was going to say alcohol does help with creativity. Perhaps bars would like to help people with this. It helps with things like they're trying to figure out the best way to climb over a barbed wire fence, or how best to escape from the cops, or how to jump from one building to another.
Things you've thought about before the show today, right?
Yes, but usually
How do you think
possibly
she got
under the
here?
influence, of
Oh,
course.
that's true.
Yeah, I know. But the solutions to these issues come much easier with alcohol, of course.
Would your company's meetings be more productive if they were held during happy hour?
I think they would. Yeah. We'd all be friends. We'd all just say, sure, whatever you want. You're awesome. That's how it would end.
Okay.
Everybody telling each other they're awesome, and that's all.
Will you be putting that
Hugs
in the
all
suggestion
around.
box over at the office there?
Believe it or not, another true story. Starting in May, we're going to have Friday morning mimosa brunches at my office,
Oh,
which is going to be fun.
So meetings won't be that bad then, right?
No, it'll be fun. But like I said, we're all going to be good friends after that once those start. So
Yeah, I think that will
it's
work
all going to
better
go
than the
much
flash mob thing.
smoother.
Yeah. That'll work much better than the flash mob idea.
Yeah, better than the flash mob.
I love the flash
Well, you'll
mob
be able to
ideas.
do the
People
flash mob
suck.
once you get them liquored up and with some
You
nice
Right.
can
orange
accomplish
juice,
Right, I
champagne
know.
That's right.
All right.
combos.
Okay, so I think we're out of time for this segment, so let's go to our first break. All right, we're back from the break. I hope we all enjoyed our 3-hour nap. Anyways, issue number 3 is how well you remember dependent on your gender. Researchers at the University of Montreal Louis H. LaFontaine Hospital have concluded that a woman's memory of an experience is less likely to be accurate than a man's if it was unpleasant and emotionally provocative. The study examines how valence and arousal affect memories independently of each other, or in other words, how attractive or repulsive we find the experience and how emotionally provocative it is. Women remember pleasant experiences better than men, and men recall the unpleasant ones more accurately. But you know what's hard to forget? This.
Butterball's attempt to go down the stairs. Come on, Butterball. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Come on.
So cute.
That is so cute. I think
That
the
is
women,
so
all the
cute.
women in the studio just ovulated. But
So cute.
anyways, all right. So,
I was waiting for it to
James,
fall down the stairs, for God's sakes.
you buying this?
Where was the money shot in there? Anyway.
The money shot was the cuteness, James. So
Oh.
that's why you're not ovulating at the moment, and they are.
God for
So, you buying this or not? Not the ovulating part. The part with the men having better memories of bad experiences versus women of good
No,
experiences.
I'm sorry. I think I have an ex-wife who will prove otherwise.
You mean she remembers everything?
Every bad thing ever.
Okay.
This woman had a memory like an elephant,
No, she didn't.
without a high end.
Because the elephant would eventually forget.
That's true.
So she has an ironclad memory of unpleasant experiences.
Oh yeah.
How about pleasant ones? Assuming there were any.
Not so much.
Not so much. So it's maybe she was the man in the relationship, James.
Oh, yeah. You know, now it all makes sense.
There you go. Teresa, you buying this or not?
I think the study's findings are way off base. I do think women tend to remember unpleasant experiences for much longer because how else would we nag, right? And men don't remember anything at all.
Could they just all be false memories?
No.
Okay.
We never exaggerate. Women, that if you must know one thing about women, we never exaggerate or make things up. Never.
Never?
Never.
Never? How much do you weigh?
Never.
110.
Okay, I think we have a story here on that in the discard file, so I'll just 120. Jenna, you buying this?
I don't know. I know that emotion can affect the way that you view things and remember things. I mean, I think I have kind of an atypical memory in that I've had several head injuries in my life, and I just don't remember things very well. I don't know if that's because of the head injury or other things. So anyway, I don't feel like a very good expert on memory issues.
What did you do to injure your head?
I was in a car accident when I was a kid, and my stroller was hit, and I kind of landed on my head and knees. But yes, head and knees. And then I got hit in the head with a baseball bat accidentally in elementary school. Like when he was practicing, and then I walked behind him, and he didn't see me, and I didn't see him, and whack, and some other things too. But yeah. So.
And you managed to get this. Your parents didn't just have you through puberty just wearing that big helmet.
You'd think
Bubble
I
boy.
would need it by that point. But yes, I don't know if that is why my memory is so poor. But that's beside the point.
Okay. So, Scott, you've on previous shows mentioned your wife remembers everything. Are those memories accurate? Okay, okay. If your wife wasn't in the audience watching you, now answer the question: would those memories be accurate?
Everything she does is 100% accurate and 100% perfect.
Okay,
Good answer.
all right. So you just obviously disagree with this conclusion.
100%.
Right.
But I will say that there was a missed correlation from the study that I don't think they put in. The correlation between men's painful experiences to women's pleasurable experiences.
Well, are they the same thing?
I think they're inextricably linked.
James, you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Yeah, that's pretty true.
Hang on, ladies, do you agree?
I agree.
So when you're having
But we're
pleasant
worth it.
experiences, we're having unpleasant ones.
But
is that
we're
right?
worth
And
it.
vice versa.
Vice
Well,
versa.
no, and I would say it's actually more of a situation of causation where the men's pain is causing the woman's pleasure. I would say it goes
Exactly.
even deeper than that.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Let's go to issue number 4.
You're
So
so
we just ran out of time. Issue number 4 is a distraction from pain better than Novocaine. And if you look over there, will it hurt less right here? Study researcher Jason Buell at Columbia University found that test subjects felt less pain when focusing on complex mental problems while being subject to said physical pain. When coupled with the placebo, they experienced even less pain and some felt none at all. The findings point to possible drug-free ways of treating pain. Let's look at some of their research footage here.
Why would you do that? Oh my God.
Get him.
Sick of them.
Get him. That's not cool. Get him, alligator.
Oh my God. Not even surprised.
Yeah, I wonder
did
if
not see
workers'
that
comp
coming.
insurance covers, lost fingers and digits for being bitten off by an alligator there. But you notice he wasn't distracted at all. It probably hurt a lot, don't you think?
You know, he's probably drunk and sleepy and just came out of a meeting.
There you go. There you go.
Thought it was a good idea.
Well, but probably did think it was a great idea. But he had customers, paid customers watching it. So there you go. All right. So Jenna, agree or you buying this or not?
Absolutely.
Because
Yes.
Yes.
this is why you
Yes.
research the show.
When I experience pain and I'm able, when you hurt and you put your mind on something else, like if, I start reading a book or I watch a movie or I go do something, the experience of the discomfort is way increased than if I just sit there thinking about, oh my gosh, this hurts so much.
You mean way decreased than if you were thinking about it, right?
Correct.
Don't worry.
If I'm doing things, the pain hurts less.
Does it ever not hurt at all?
If you can sufficiently distract yourself from discomfort, I mean, it depends on the kind of discomfort, but...
What would you recommend for our fellow with the missing fingers and the alligator here?
I think he's beyond help there. That's a bad idea.
Okay, so
Stop going to so many meetings, because he needs some IQ increasing.
So nose picking was not a distraction for him, right? Sorry.
I would recommend a lobotomy for him.
Lobotomy. Yeah. Well, Scott, you've described your life as your daily life as agony 24/7. What distractions would you use to lessen the pain?
Painkillers.
Okay.
Mixed with alcohol.
Oh, okay. But is that really distraction?
And tranquilizers.
Is that really distraction?
Sure, just taking all those pills is a lot of work, man.
All right. Okay, because I figured this was the purpose of the study was to find drug-free alternatives to pain.
But I get that, but I just, for me, being drug-free is pain.
Ah, okay.
You see, when it becomes a necessary, part of your life, being without the drugs is automatically pain. So anything so now if they want to speak in terms of after I'm properly medicated as I'm supposed to be, at that point I don't really feel any pain anyway. But if I could feel some extra, maybe some distraction or playing some tic-tac-toe might help. But
all right, Teresa, would this explain the appeal of gossip shows or sports on TV?
Those are good things.
But they are distractions, aren't they?
From my inner pain?
From your daily pain, yes.
Yes, my inner pain, my tortured soul. Otherwise, I'd be writing poetry, awful poetry.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's better that I just waste my time watching trashy
emo.
reality shows. I would, yes.
And the
With
eyeliner.
no idea.
Oh,
No idea.
You're terrible.
So all the
Going
gossip
to that
shows
rave,
distract from your
really-
workday pain of trying to set up flash mobs that fail,
Don't remind me.
and the meetings.
It's really sad.
Dressed up as a furry.
Is that why you play Words with Friends during your meetings?
I go on Facebook.
There you go. All right.
I'm on Facebook most of the time.
All right. Hey James,
When my IQ goes down.
if you ever had to go to a dentist for a root canal, would you just instead just say no Novocaine? I'll just do this crossword puzzle.
No. I'd ask the hot hygienist to come in and strip for me.
Oh.
That would work like a
That
That would
would
work?
be distracting.
I think in that case, alcohol
Well-
would work just as well. It's not a drug.
Yeah. But is it
But
a
it does.
being hungover a distraction?
Well, it helps you think of more creative ways to deal with your pain.
There you go. But see, that's the thing, James. When you're working, you're lying flat. How would the stripper strip up there?
mirrors,
Okay. All right.
trapezes.
All right.
There's all kinds of ways to work it.
All right. Okay, so we're done with the segment. Let's go to our second break. Yeah. Second break. All right, we are back for our fact-checking segment where we do, or the discard pile, where we do stories that we were thinking of doing but we didn't because no one picked them. All right. First story, Android users are more likely to put out than iPhone users. James, agree or disagree? You're an Android user, right?
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
What's the question again?
Android users are more likely to put out than iPhone users.
Oh. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Teresa?
I have an Android, but the thing is there's so many more Android phones than iPhones. I don't think that makes too much sense. Perhaps it means we're just much more friendly people. We're not snobs, unlike iPhone users.
Okay.
Apple
That's what
fanatics.
you tell yourself, right? Because you're
Yes.
stuck with
We're just
Android.
friendly, more open people.
Right.
Yeah.
Jenna?
I'm really disappointed because I thought this question was about robots, and then iPhones came in, and I realized that it's not about robot users that put out. But
No, I think that if we go fast enough, we might get to that point. But no sex robots for you yet.
Damn.
All right. Now, Scott,
I need some alcohol for my pain.
Scott, you used to be an Android owner. Now you're an iPhone owner. What's your take on this?
I figured I just wanted to be as big of a D-bag as everyone else that lived around me, so I figured I'd go ahead and... There we go.
You mean the other iPhone users?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, I appreciate that. But did your putting outness change at all? Did you notice?
No.
Okay. It's just still zero, right? Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right, next story. According to Match.com, or the survey of Match.com users, Democrats have sex more often than Republicans, but Republicans express more satisfaction with sex. So, James, buying this or not? Quality over quantity.
Quality
One has the quantity, one has the quality.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. You know, who does that study? You know,
Match.com.
Match.com. Yeah, okay.
Unless, of course, you're in the group that says don't ask, don't tell.
You declined to state.
There you go.
Is it that Republicans are more picky or they lie more?
Don't know.
About how much
Survey data. Okay. So that's your story you're sticking to? I don't know.
Maybe it's the Democrats who lie more.
Yes, maybe they're saying they have
We're
more than
having
they-
all kinds of sex.
Yes.
It's because they're hippies.
They're hippies.
A bunch of hippies.
Teresa, what do
Free
you
love.
think?
Free love.
Well, like I said, Democrats, bunch of hippies, free love, very liberal. So that would certainly explain the quantity. As far as Republicans' quality, I don't know. They're probably lying. But
Okay.
that's all I could say. Probably.
Everyone lied.
Yeah, everyone's lying.
Scott?
Well, I think the study is actually pretty accurate. Yeah, I mean, definitely drunk, hippie, drug use, but you know, that's some of your drunk sex is really not the best sex, so that makes sense. And if Republicans have only been with like one or two people their entire lives, they don't know any better, so of course it's great. So I would say the study is on par.
Because they only had sex with one or two people.
Yeah, what are they?
Ergo, of course, it's great. Or they just had.
They're happy they're finally having sex.
Oh, there you go. And shouldn't that be the case? Who knows? Maybe not. But all right, next story. Obesity could be infectious. Scott, buying this or not?
I see you gaining weight just being next to me. I see you gaining weight just being next to me. I just can't wait to stand closer to Teresa and Jenna. Have them start to
No,
bust out
please
some
don't
sizes.
stay over there.
Ladies, you buying this?
I'll see you.
Jenna's doubly screwed. She's in between me and him. I forgot. Don't think I missed the little freaking mini keg on the front of your shirt there, dude.
Well, if they're
right.
talking about like
Yeah, but at least it's loose.
people in the same family having similar weights, that would be because they eat together and they eat the same kind of things, and maybe
Are you
they
bragging
have.
about your shirt being loose?
No,
Well, and your friends too.
Okay,
if you
well,
hang
when
out
your
with
shirt
friends
can
who
cover
eat
an
a lot,
acre of land and you're bragging about it being loose, I don't know.
Well, no, I think they said that obese people have a bacteria in their liver or in their tract that gets out.
that's interesting. Like a tapeworm,
Yeah.
but reverse.
Okay.
Like reverse tapeworm.
All right, so I got one more story.
That's
Let's see
very
here.
disturbing.
Not going to do that one. Not going to do that one. Not going to do
Reverse
that
Because
one.
tapeworms
Oh,
get in your
let's see
intestines
here.
and then eat.
I'll do this one
Does
instead.
make you never gain weight.
Yes.
It's not the reverse.
Team building
Yeah,
does not
gotcha.
improve work. Study says that team building does not improve work. Teresa, since you organize flash mobs, you buying this or not?
Yes, I agree. Because team building involves happy things, happy hours, drinking. Team building, it really has nothing to do with work. It's just an excuse to hang out.
James? Okay. Oh, we're out of time. Sorry about that. All right, so thank you very much for the show, everybody. Great job. Thanks to the crew.
Later.